Hello, everybody. Hello, and welcome back to Four White Dudes on a Couch. Here we are.
Write, you can't count. I'm not
Here,
on a couch.
here we are in an upper middle class suburb of Massachusetts, right outside of Boston. Just breaking down a show designed, written, directed for women, and we're just trying to we're just giving it to them straight. Just kind of. We're saying it and we're breaking it down in a way that everyone can understand.
Absolutely. Like you always say to me, women like being told what to do.
Absolutely. Like there's honestly nothing they like more than to be told what to do and what they like and what they should like by someone who doesn't like the shows that they're watching and frankly does not know very much about anything at all. What a fabulous start. My name is Anthony, but that's not important. His name's Andrew. That's also not important. Spencer is easily the least important person in the room, but he's sitting here too. We have a very special guest today. Go ahead and introduce yourself, pal.
My name's Gray, and it is an absolute honor to be the fourth white dude on Four White Dudes on a Couch.
Well, technically, it's three white dudes and a Jewish guy.
I really thought you needed another
Jew crew.
white male.
We needed
5'10" voice.
we
on this
needed
show.
we needed a Polish voice on the couch. We
Yeah.
were looking for
Yes.
diversity.
I'm already really
really
excited about being here. From
we
that
were
intro.
trying to get our diversity score up, so we decided to invite Gray.
And just so the audience gets a feel, how much experience do you have with The Bachelor?
Me.
Yeah.
On and off. I've probably watched like 3 seasons.
More than any of us combined, actually.
Oh, absolutely.
Mm.
I was a huge fan. Shout
I-
out to my college female roommates, who I don't think I can name them on this podcast, right? That's a no-no.
I don't think they want to be associated with us, especially
Okay.
after they've seen what Andrew's wearing today.
Exactly.
Um,
Romp him. Oh, sorry, that's
hate crime.
trademarked. Romper for men. There you go.
Yeah.
You disgust me.
So, yeah, I'm a frequent watcher of The Bachelor. And now this season, my best friends are doing a podcast, so I kind of have to follow, right? That's the thing.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we just it's sort of guilting him into listening. And then here he is. Now he's feels sort of the Stockholm syndrome into actually paying attention.
Long
You
time
actually-
listener, first time call.
You think you like it?
This? What
The
we're
Bachelor.
doing now?
The Bachelor.
The show?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. It's a good show. I like Matt James. Cool guy. A little flawed, but, that adds a little twang to the season.
I don't even know if
And
flawed is the word though. I just think he's boring.
Milk toast.
he's, like we were talking about before, I think, he says what everybody wants to hear. And I don't know if that's really what Matt James wants to hear. And I think that's what we encountered a lot in this episode.
Yeah. No, that's where he got himself into trouble for sure.
Yes.
Right off the bat, and
Yeah.
kind of the whole season. There was never a situation where I felt like he was actually in complete control of the situation.
No, he doesn't walk into a room and command it. He walks into a room and he's kind of, let's see how I think. Like he kind of, someone said during the episode, let's say he doesn't say what he feels. He says what other people, like what he thinks other people want him to say. And that can only get you so far. You never sound commanding. You never sound confident in yourself. And you always are just too passive throughout the season.
So he
So.
couldn't look more like. So we're recording this now after it's like at 10:30. So the episode just ended about a half hour ago, or like the actual conclusion ended a half hour ago. We're kind of waiting to see if Rachel shows up, but we are watching on TV with no subtitles, and Matt looks so. He looks jaunt. He
Defeated.
looks beat the fuck up.
Yeah. Which doesn't help that this guy looks clean as fuck. This guy looks amazing.
Emmanuel Acho or whatever. Yeah, I don't know what
he
he's
does look good.
I don't know what he's from. He's like he was in the NFL for a couple years. I don't know what his affiliation is with ABC. He might be an ESPN guy. I think he is.
Oh, okay.
ESPN and ABC are the same same thing.
The only thing I would question is the red in March.
It is not a March color.
I mean,
Not a March color.
He's making it work. They might have filmed this in February too.
Also, the red ties in with all the roses.
I could have filmed this around Christmas time. It looks like an elf. Yeah.
Who looks like an elf?
The guy wearing red.
Really?
Dude,
He just-
it reminds
he
me of
looks
elf
like
on
an
the
elf
shelf.
that could beat the fuck
Dude,
out
a
of them.
thick elf on the shelf,
It's the
okay?
handsomest elf I've ever seen.
But
I want to be an elf now.
Absolutely. That's the bar for elves. But no, it's I think so. Rachel won
Spencer
Okay,
wins,
can I?
but
I didn't want to talk about the ending
everybody
first.
loses. What?
Dude, that was the most anticlimactic ending I've ever seen.
God, it was
Did you
so
say you don't want to
milquetoast.
talk about it first?
No, I do.
I
do
was
wanna talk
gonna
about
say, if we don't want to talk about it first, what else we talk about?
No. I'm
It's
definitely
like
talking
nothing
about this.
happened in this 2-hour episode.
Nothing happened, but especially nothing happened at the end. Because typically, at least what I've seen and what we've seen in Tasha, like they got this full like ceremony thing, and it at least feels romantic. This was like sad, melancholy feeling throughout the entire way, and I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah.
It wasn't even melancholy. It was just like he spent the whole episode whining about how he might not be ready. I don't know. And then at the end, he was just like, "Well, I'm not ready for the ring, but let's stay together." And then it just ended.
And she looked sad.
It was so dumb. It
So
was so fucking dumb.
Spencer, you had such a big issue with the fact that they didn't get married at the end of this, but like, I only know this from I think a couple people because I think I looked into it before because I was curious. Or we might have looked into it previously, maybe like last season when we did the Bachelorette show.
Yeah.
Because we were curious like what the success rate of actual marriage and like at the end of the show what the success rate is. It's not that high.
No,
like,
it's not. high.
Not for staying together. For proposals, I'm not 100% sure. I just know the marriage rate is like their divorce rate is like 80% or something.
I was just pissed off because I mean I've seen them not. I remember I watched the finale of that season. I don't know if it was the Bachelor or the Bachelorette, but she just like she did the whole like ring thing, or he did the whole ring thing, and they just like picked someone else after. I remember that. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, that was Ari.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that, but like this whole season has just been so milquetoast. I thought he'd grow some balls at the last minute.
I think we're gonna set
good time.
we might set a record for the number of times someone says milk toast on a podcast in the 21st century.
Yeah, references.
Listen, honestly, at this pace, I think we're gonna tap out about 48 milk toasts.
That was the theme.
So
Milquetoast.
out of all 25 seasons, only 11 haven't proposed, including Matt James. But the people who are still together, only one
yeah, well, I knew
out of
that.
25 is still together.
But that just proves the point that, Matt James is rational because this whole process and the journey that Matt James was going through the whole time in his path to
What
love.
journey?
Okay,
did,
let
what
me ask
journey
you
did
this.
he go on?
Let me ask you this. If you were genuinely trying to find love and someone said, you're going to see like 30 women, by the end of it, you have a 4% chance, but you have to go through all of this stuff. I mean, obviously, you'd still kind of go through it, but
And
you would-
if
you
I
would
was,
be
am I
optimistic.
Matt James in this scenario, or am I?
You're whoever
a
you want to
contestant?
be. What-
Am I? Okay, bad question.
You can
Am
be-
I
you
the
can be-
Bachelor or the Bachelorette, like the one person, or am I the?
The many.
You know what I mean.
I know what
Yeah,
he's trying
no,
to
no,
say.
you know
I,
what
I,
I
I
mean.
get what he's
Go
saying.
for it.
Just- I want him to keep going.
Go for it.
Am I the one person, or am I the one of the
Well,
multiple?
You can look at it from both ways, right? I was looking at it from Matt's point of view. It's where you see 24 other seasons, only one of them is still together.
Yeah,
That's not a great success rate.
but I don't think like realistically you go. Sorry, if I was Matt James, I don't think you realistically go into this being like I'm gonna get married. I think you go into this being like, oh, this would be a cool experience. Like I might come out with a serious girlfriend.
Yeah, that's what he did.
That's-
and it was
yeah, that's what
really
he did.
dumb
I
and
think-
annoying.
But I think that's the smart thing to do. And Matt James, who is a real estate broker, who is a community organizer, who is, by all indications, a pretty smart, level-headed person, I think he
Correct.
did the smart, level-headed thing.
I think he did.
Unpopular opinion.
Just
But
the way he
I
did it.
don't.
was-
I'm not saying he didn't
It's
do the
n- it's-
smart, level-headed thing. I'm just saying it was so boring.
Yeah, it was it was terribly
like
boring and
real
awful TV.
relationships.
But
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's not good TV, but I mean, what are you gonna do?
I just
It is-
Force him to propose.
No, it is. No.
I
but it's
just
like
wanted
you're
him to show
playing
s-
with one at a time. Go ahead.
I thought he might show some sack at the end, and he disappointed me.
oh, he showed some sack.
What's if you? It's not even like showing sack. What a weird phrase to
Can
say.
we just use normal English?
You know that's not.
He's
an
not
option
even.
with
He's
me.
not even. It's not even about showing milk toast sack, but it is about like this is probably the only show to me. And when I think about all the other reality shows and stuff like that, like, and obviously there's not a ton that it's not real life. It is still a reality show and it's still produced and everything like that. But a lot of the other shows have like a money prize or some other thing where everything happens in a vacuum, and like once you leave that little bubble that's been created on the show, there aren't that many consequences out of everything that happened afterwards. I mean, like, unless you say something stupid, which a lot of people did, and I don't know, we'll probably get there at some point. But like, if you do dumb things on the show, those have real life consequences. But if you sort of do your own thing and like like any of those girls that finished in like the top 5 or anything like that, like Brie or Michelle or whatever, if they never want to do reality TV again, they don't have to. It's almost like there's almost no consequences for them. But Matt is leaving with a wife if she takes like your advice and sacks up like like a real life wife.
I mean, you just said it. They all break off their engagements anyways.
But I'm saying you don't have like that. It has emotional trauma.
Didn't that
Like,
already
you're not
happen?
supposed to get engaged and break things off very often. Like that's not supposed to be a habit.
Or at
No.
all.
Didn't that happen?
Scrap the very often,
Didn't
just
that
not at all.
happen With, what's her name
Ideally.
and Dale already?
I think they're technically back together.
Yes.
Okay.
It's all rumors and stuff like that. I'm sure they're very much in love.
Yeah, ABC says that.
Yeah, they're
1
probably
year after the show.
super in love.
But I mean, Matt James does get $250,000 for being on the show.
Yeah, and like all
Yeah,
their
now
all
he gets
their
to auction off the ring that he didn't give her.
That's it.
I mean, $250,000's pretty good for them.
Chris Harrison got paid like $4 million an episode, obviously, before this happened.
really
$250K for a whole season?
$4 million episode.
I think so.
I don't think.
Don't quote me.
$4 million the whole
I'm
season.
gonna.
That's $40 million.
I mean, that would
I
make
mean,
sense. Think about
give
how
me-
Look at all the work he's
That-
done.
that
I'm
doesn't-
sorry.
no.
Before we put this out, we should fact check this.
I mean, no, you guys can keep going. I'll be
I
resident fact
don't
checker.
think $40
One at a
million.
time. If we all, Spencer, I have an idea, right? If we all talk over each other, it's gonna be terrible audio when we're done. I'm not saying you don't have to. I'm just saying we can like. Oh, she
Here's
did show
Rachel.
up.
she's wearing the
For
red, too.
context, because this is a podcast, Rachel just walked out.
Rachel just walked on. She's wearing red. She's matching Emmanuel Acho.
Oh, did they fuck? God damn.
I think that's yeah. Actually, I have heard that people that wear the same colors often, yeah, they've often had that in common too.
Thank God.
But I would love to hear what she has to say. We'll hear it later, but I'm sure she's got a lot of bullshit.
Yeah.
Look up Chris Harrison's salary.
There's just no way. I mean, he maybe in equity over years, but there's no way he got
Okay,
paid $40 million.
But either way, I bet you his $250K for a season on The Bachelor,
it's
I
not a
feel
lot.
like is not a lot of
Actually,
money.
Oh, I mean,
Is it true?
not. I mean, this is the first result. It's the Sun. The Sun is like, eh.
Yeah.
I just don't want to look any further, so I'm going to take it at face value.
Okay.
I'll accept the fake news.
I
if
will
it is.
also accept.
$600,000 per episode.
Okay.
That's less than $4 million.
It's
I
16
appreciate
million.
the fact check.
No, it's not. It's 600. It's
Oh,
6
no, his-
million.
Oh no, he's massed over $8 million.
I
Just Bachelor
apologize.
salary apparently makes 600,000. I know it said his next thing is its net worth is 16 million. That's the next line. Fuck off.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a producer.
Oh, this is the
on
racist
show.
party they were at.
Oh.
Hey. Oh, they're talking about it. We can't. Oh shit. Sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh well. We'll still make conclusions based off absolutely nothing and just seeing this one picture of them in the interview. But
Yeah.
So Chris Harrison makes a decent amount of money
Yeah.
anyway. But here's what we talked about this earlier on in like the Bachelorette was I think it would be funny if you make it to the like top 3, right? He proposes to one and there's backups, but she can decide if she wants to take like $1 million cash prize or love, and then the next one gets either 500,000 or
That
love.
was my idea.
No, I said this.
No.
No. That was my idea
No,
because here's what
Weekend-
you said.
who-
No, because you said I think there should be a cash prize, and I said the specifics.
That's Love Island, by the way. It's
Joe,
neither of our ideas.
You go
No,
take
but
the money and run
$1
and then
million
call them.
dollars?
Love Island is I think $200,000,
Love Island, I thought
$250,000.
Love Island was 50,000, and it's like you for things you get deducted, right?
I think it's no. That's the
Oh,
other stupid
that's-
show. That's
Too Hot to Handle.
Too Hot to Handle.
Okay, yeah.
Which wasn't stupid. I ended up did we watch an episode of Too Hot to Handle at your girlfriend's house?
We watched 2 episodes.
We
did
did.
yeah, I was there too.
We came over for like an episode of like Big Brother, like over the
Oh,
summer,
yes,
and
we
then
did.
we just ended up sitting there watching.
Yes, we did.
Too Hot to Handle.
Yeah, decent Chinese food.
Good. That whole was it really?
I said decent. I never
remember.
said good. I
I
said
know somebody
decent.
had a leftover crab rangoon that I ate later
Nice.
that night. That was the highlight of my evening,
Very nice.
besides
So-
your company.
It was a good Rangoon.
Great rangoon.
The,
Very nice.
Yeah,
Anyway.
Chinese food in that neighborhood isn't great. I
Yeah.
don't like the Chinese food down there very much.
Yeah, I don't.
Thai food's incredible.
Yes.
Thai food's great. Vietnamese food is very, very, very good. But
You think?
Yeah. So, what were you gonna say?
Oh, I was gonna ask. Do you think Rachel enjoys Chinese
Other
food?
cultural foods?
nah, she seems like a
What?
Andrew. Well, Andrew, what do you eat?
She let's see, plain white toast.
Yeah, that's
Omelets
keep going.
with just eggs.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, milk.
Mm.
Yeah, very much.
She's,
So.
I bet she likes her. She likes her. Milk.
I bet she does.
I
Honestly,
bet she likes her milk
I-
all 3%.
I was trying to tie it back to the Bachelor conversation. Not really. It by chance it also had racial undertones to the food
I was gonna
conversation,
say,
which
yeah.
I didn't really put two and two together. So I did
I
not
thought that's
mean
what
that.
you were going for.
No, I was going
trying
for
to-
tying
I
it
was
back
trying
from
to
our
vibe off of you.
Dorchester food conversations.
Also, whole milk is 3.25%.
That was
Anyway.
3.5.
What an interesting
Whatever.
factoid.
Sorry, I just had to correct someone.
But yeah, Rachel and Matt. So the thing right before that though is like, Matt clearly knew he didn't want to propose, and he straight up told like Chris Harrison before,
like an hour before, yeah.
like I mean an
Oh,
hour,
an hour in
like
the
show time.
yeah.
However long before in the actual whatever real context of it doesn't. I don't know, but at that point in time, they had all known that they weren't going to do any proposal or anything like that. Like, he couldn't possibly do it. It was all just like, how does he break it to her that he doesn't want to do it?
Yeah.
And they still made him do the whole ring thing.
Yeah.
Like-
Go pick out the ring.
Well, that was kind of weird just because they did it. Do you remember last season with, what was it, Brendan
Yeah.
and Tasha?
They did it before, like, the
They
final
did it.
two.
No, it was Final Three.
Yeah, but I mean, like, they did it before. It was like you or this person. Like, it was final
No,
three.
they went
and they
like
went on
ring,
a wedding.
They went
shopping
ring.
date.
Well, they went ring shopping one time, and then like the one before that, I think like it was
wedding
actually,
photos.
They did wedding photos, like one of the first solo dates
Oh,
or something
yeah, I
like that. They took like
remember that.
wedding photos, and it was like, whoa.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know if this is just scare people away or not.
That
I think
in this season, right?
No.
Yeah, that was when Victoria
No,
jumped
no, no.
in.
That was.
Yeah.
oh no,
No,
that was
it
this
was.
season
That was
too.
also the season.
They did two. They did
But
it
that
last
had-
season.
Sorry.
and this
But that-
season.
that
No,
wasn't
that
a
was
s-
that one was weird because that was like 15 girls all taking their wedding photos with Matt.
And then they
Yeah.
all played tag in the woods after.
That's right. It was the
Yeah.
same photographer.
I
It was
love that
I
photographer.
forget his name, but he was the photographer in the actual wedding photos from last season too. All right,
Yes.
now it's come full circle.
Yeah,
The
very nice.
Bachelorette cinematic universe. It's recurring characters, but they doing the ring shopping thing that seemed like just like miserable.
Yeah, I would not want to do that.
But I mean, I think you said it. They clearly had a contractual obligation with Neil.
Oh, yeah,
like
that's
I mean, you can't blow that off. Like
no.
yeah,
But can you imagine just being like that conversation? Like, hey, Matt, we know we don't really want to do this. You're not going to end up with any of these girls,
Yeah.
but
well, the hope is that they pick out a ring and he changes his mind. Because a lot of times people, a big thing might happen. Getting a ring is a big step in proposing to someone. I mean, on standard times, but so I think they thought maybe if he gets a ring, he'll feel obligated
mean-
to propose.
I thought he was gonna walk away before they gave him the ring, and then he thought about it again and was like, "Well, I don't have to walk away."
I guess not. I don't know.
also, do you think that the timing was actually how they represented it? Like,
Why don't you give us your theory?
No.
I don't like. I think that that whole ring thing was done after.
had to have been right.
Wait,
Like-
after what point of time?
After some decision had been made. There's no way. I mean, we saw today there was
Snow.
B-roll of him in snow, and then he proposed. No, sorry, he didn't even propose to Rachel in the fall. Like, I bet you this whole thing was over, and they're like, "Yep, Matt, we need some B-roll of you looking at a ring."
So I wouldn't even argue that it was like late fall. Like that could have been that snow shot could have been done like almost now or not almost nowish, but like near the very end of the actual production cycle.
They
for
didn't
this.
kiss,
They didn't kiss.
They didn't kiss.
and she also
She looks very sad.
yeah,
Oh boy.
For context, Matt just walked out on the show.
She just
not
yeah.
holding hands, crossing legs.
Nope, and her body language.
Yeah,
Have
very
you ever
closed
seen
off.
Colder? This is the same body language I give Spencer.
Yeah, I've noticed.
Yeah. Oh, no, that's a horrible snicker
Oh.
laugh.
That was
Ooh.
bad.
Oh no.
I think she gave the signal to off. Like,
That's like-
get him out of here.
That's the laugh you give when somebody says something really bad, and you just don't know what to do, and you're like,
Oh my
I'm
god.
I'm not gonna like. I'm
awkwardly
starting to get
laugh.
sad looking at her.
Well, I mean, we have to do better at commenting what's actually going on because it is an audio podcast.
Well, that's why I try to say like the body language, all that stuff.
Oh yeah,
They're
no,
sitting
for
next
sure.
to each other on the couch. Matt just walked in, and basically it's totally closed off from her point of view, and he's like, "Hey, what's wrong?"
It's,
you know.
I always thought I was, and I still think I am pretty okay at reading lips. I do require an audio context, so maybe I'm just.
I'm
good
just
at-
reading the body language.
But I realized how much I actually depend on being able to read lips after people started wearing masks everywhere. I can't hear it. I don't know what people are saying most of the time.
Yeah, especially in, like loud environments, like concerts or bars. Obviously not
At
since
bars,
COVID, but
I cannot understand a waitress at all.
no.
I've never been able to understand a bartender in one of these masks ever. And then I feel like an asshole because I have to sit there and be like, "What?"
Hello.
I mean, you order a Stella.
Everywhere. I have a very simple order.
Yeah, it's pretty easy.
What are they saying? Like, do you want the cap on?
Well, usually they just say like probably thank you, and then I'm like what? So it's
want crayons?
communication errors. Just crayons.
Oh, this is so bad. Could you imagine? I think this is also part of the reason why they almost always have something other than Matt James. Actually, the 24 other seasons and the other 16 episodes of The Bachelorette, they always have like an old contestant be the Bachelor because this is. I mean, this has happened before, but I feel like you're more likely to go home and like want to propose or still date someone if you've gone through the whole process and rigmarole. I think so.
100%.
This is not Matt's fault. I was pissed off about what happened in the episode, but after what came out, I'm not that surprised about this.
Oh no, this is this is different. The reason, and like I think when they do like obviously the Bachelor, the Bachelorette most of the time, I think this is it's one of like the only times it hasn't been someone who was originally on the show.
He's the first person.
Well, that's impossible because the first season.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said the first person that's not on The Bachelor or Bachelorette as a contestant. Or did you say the first person not to propose?
In the first season of The Bachelor or The Bachelorette, that person could have never been on The Bachelor or Bachelorette before.
Imagine if they
So
took
it's technically the second, right? No, and that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying like that's technically it would be like technically the second time. The first genuine time.
Okay, yes, yeah. You're right.
The other times though, it is always someone that was on the show, and because it was someone on the show, they know it. Like you were saying, they know exactly what they're going through.
Yeah, exactly.
They know how to like treat people because they went through it, and also there is like a way to like there are a lot of people on the show that are just there to like boost their Instagram followings. Like that's it. Kit, I think Rachel probably to some extent. I don't think she want to get married at all. Like, I mean, fuck it, whatever. But like Dale last season clearly did not want to be married.
He was actively trying not to, and she's like, "This is the guy for me."
He like for sure didn't want to be married.
Remember his like poem reading? He's I don't know what to say, and everyone else is like,
I mean,
bro.
I think that was just him being like not that smart.
I don't know if maybe he was playing dumb, but he seemed really dumb.
But it's I think probably important from now on that they don't make that mistake again.
Yeah, I think they got to keep it the formula, the
Just
good and true.
Bring on someone that like clearly, if they were on the show and they wanted to be married, and then they didn't get it, now you're giving them an opportunity to get married.
I think you should take people off of other reality TV, like in fact, game show TV, like Jeopardy's winningest person. You should make them the next Bachelor.
Jeopardy's hottest person.
Sorry, I know that doesn't.
You want Ken Jennings up on?
Yeah, the only reason that doesn't work is because Jeopardy's CBS and The Bachelor's ABC, but I think it could work out.
The only reason.
It's really the only reason. There was a show a while back, and it was Geek something or other.
Super cringe show, right? It was like Geek versus something.
No, it was like Geek. I'm gonna look it up. Buy me some time. But
Man versus Wild.
Yeah, close. Not Geek.
What's that guy's
not
name?
Geek Charming. Geek
NCIS
Charming's
Los
weird.
Angeles.
No, the guy from Man vs. Wild.
Geek dating show.
Man versus Wild. What fucking Les Stroud?
Beauty and the Geek.
Okay.
Beauty and the Geek.
Beauty and the Geek. They would bring on a whole bunch of like geeks, right?
Yeah.
You following?
Yeah.
And then they would they'd bring on like these super hot girls, and they would all like make these dudes over, and that was one show where like a lot of them were like spelling nerds and like I don't think they were like reality contestants from like other shows or anything, but they were all dudes that like clearly had some sort of potential in them, so it was sort of cheating. Like you didn't put up a whole bunch of I almost just said a name. We're not doing that. I'm not bleeping anything out. But they almost just put up a whole bunch of like weirdos. You can't just throw up just like absolute weirdos. You know the name I was about to say.
Yes, I do.
You can't just throw up like just straight weirdos because you need to be able to turn them into charming, eligible bachelors.
People that are also good for network, not just cringe
right? Yeah,
people.
they have to like actually be handsome.
I mean, that's the whole thing.
They have to wear like glasses and wear ties and stuff and pocket protectors. They're like overtly nerdy.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
They I was about to say for Rachel, her social media following went from 15,000 I just read, and the start of January 1st to 495,000 currently.
Yeah. I mean, seems like a solid investment.
4 times I would 100% take that.
Yep.
That's wild.
Oh yeah,
It is. And now she doesn't have to be married, and she's 400,000 followers increased. So
Wow.
Actually, no way. One of the girls from Beauty and the Geek. Wow. Oh, that's she's what's her name? She's from Rock of Love. I know her from Rock of Love. I actually follow her. She might actually follow me on Instagram.
I'm lost. What's going on?
Well, she was just I just scrolling through all the Beauty and the Geek photos because it's funny to watch all these nerds standing next to like wicked hot babes, because it would just like never happens in real life, dude.
No, it's that fairy tale, that's just made up.
Dude, girls don't even like nice guys.
Dude, it's Big Bang Theory. Everyone loves a Big Bang Theory story,
Mm-hmm. But,
Kaylee Cuoco going after the astrophysicist.
Kaylee Cuoco.
Is that her name? Cuoco?
It's Cuoco.
I thought it was Cuoco.
I don't know what her fucking name is.
I don't know. It's spelled with a
Sorry.
C-U, something like that. Cumin.
She's very good on the Harley Quinn show.
She is. She's a
Very
great
good.
voice actress.
Yeah. I don't know if that Big Bang. I think that's just a show that people
No, but-
sells because people like to romanticize the idea.
Did
Of
anyone
knowledge.
ever watch Big Bang Theory?
Yeah,
My parents do.
I did. I was actually watching clips the other night. Some of the
Yeah,
clips I think are funny.
I
never
remember
watched
mocking
it.
You.
I never watched
Really?
it. I never watched it like through, but some of the clips I find are like funny. Because it's almost like making fun of because the thing is people watch the show for a few reasons. One of the ones I feel like some of my friends back home watch for is it made them feel smart when they say like I know string theory, what they're talking about. You're like, bro.
Yeah, well
are you
that's
talking
most
about?
of the people that I know that watch Big Bang Theory.
No.
It's people that are like I get the jokes, and it's like you have no friends. That's why you're inside on a Friday night watching Big Bang Theory, and not getting trashed in the CVS parking lot like a fun person.
Goddamn.
See, there are some shows like that. It's like a guilty pleasure watch, That's what it is for me. It's the same thing like listening to K-pop for some.
Well, K-pop
What
is
is the-
actually entertaining.
Some of it, yes.
No, go ahead. What are you doing?
What is this?
What is what?
The Bachelor's not a guilty pleasure for you?
It's
all a guilty.
It's an
pleasure.
obligated guilty
This
pleasure.
isn't a guilty pleasure?
This is a guilty
It's
pleasure.
the guiltiest pleasure.
Yeah, I mean,
Actually, I don't even know how much pleasure I derive from this, but like
I just feel
the shows that
guilty.
we started, like Rock of Love and stuff, and Flavor of Love, like those shows.
Big Brother.
Big Brother is the guiltiest pleasure I have. I
Yeah.
feel like such a weirdo nerd watching these dudes on live stream. I'm literally watching them from the comfort of my own bed. I mean, I'm naked in bed, just watching them on TV in their house.
Yeah, I'm watching hot men and women in a house together for 24 hours. That seems pretty guilty to me. If I did that without it being a show, I'd be in jail.
Guilty of what?
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so I find like all reality TV is a guilty pleasure.
Yes.
Like 90 Day Fiance, which is one of the biggest shows now as well.
Those ones just make me.
That shit up. I don't watch those. Those make me sad.
Yeah, 90 Day Fiance isn't my favorite. Like I've seen it a little bit. It's pretty good. Like the stuff that comes out of it, and some of the content in it, like the memes or whatever, are pretty good. But the show itself kind of makes me a little bit sad because a lot of times they're like mail order brides and stuff,
Yeah.
and you're just like, oh,
And
no.
they're clearly after that green card.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, what else are you gonna go for? You're not going for like
Oof.
this dude's looks.
No.
No.
Yeah, I've only seen clips of that, and I'm like, I can't get. I've tried to get into it because I think some of my family like recommended it to me. I'm like, I absolutely cannot finish any of those episodes. It just makes me feel sad. I like guilty pleasure reality TV that is like bimbos or like It's just so easy to turn my brain off. I don't want to be like, yeah, this guy clearly has never had a woman in 55 years of his life, and like, it just makes me feel sad.
I would contend that, and this is.
I already live with Spencer.
This is an opinion that I don't have.
I'll
you,
give
man.
that a mic
This is
laugh.
this is an opinion that I don't know if it might have been some sort of bold opinion a while back, but I think that someone could probably make the argument a lot better than I could. Is that like Jersey Shore might have been one of the most like influential shows of maybe all time
I'd say at least of like the reality TV
of
shows
our
shown-
generation.
Of our generation,
hands
yeah.
down. Can you name a more influential show of the past 15 years?
I mean, other than blockbuster stuff like Breaking Bad, no.
In terms of, but like,
In terms of like real stuff,
No, but like maybe like influencing, like if we're talking about an influential show, like of like influencing the content that comes after it. Maybe Breaking Bad.
Well,
I will say the content that came after a reality TV show is crazy because everyone references back as like that's their first reality TV show. Or
Yeah.
like the
It's like
most one they watched.
2008.
Yeah.
Like I remember where I was when people started watching it. Like I wasn't allowed to watch it. That was one of the shows that like I would sneak, like
Sneak watch.
I would sneak watch that and like Rock of Love and stuff like that. Those were my shows that I would go and flip on VH1 after hours.
You do love a good Snooki here and there.
Dude, they were so entertaining, and like I didn't even follow through with them like everybody else did or whatever. And they have so many spin-offs and everything. Like, I mean, you mentioned Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad's probably the only other show, but I mean, I can't think of really another show
Well,
that's
if we're
like that
talking
influential.
the thing about like Breaking Bad is that Breaking Bad can't actually influence our culture that much because it's like, smoking meth, which is not, conducive to
not smoking meth.
making
it's creating
meth, whatever.
Meth. You can do
Whatever.
that.
You get the point.
Okay, it's not influencing like real.
But-
I meant culture in terms of like TV, like
But
entertainment.
culture. No, I'm not talking about like its impact on like socio-economic relations or anything. It's
But
like,
it does. Like Jersey Shore, like the fucking fashion that came out of the show, like the stupid bump it things. Remember those?
Jesus Christ! Oh, I hadn't thought about those in 10 years.
Okay, so actually, this gives weight
Oh,
to
those things are the
influencing.
worst.
So it's more ingrained in the culture just because it's more easy to imitate. Like
Okay, I was thinking of purely entertainment culture, but I guess you're right. It also influenced culture, like culture as well.
Yeah, I was like, I think that hair gel culture was probably
Orange
already here.
tan.
bump it.
Orange. Oh my dude, like every lily ass white girl in my hometown, just like
Uggs and orange tans.
just orange, so orange.
Belly chains, Jersey Shore.
How
I
many
think that was Pauly
non-lily
D.
ass white girls were there in your hometown?
I mean, you can look up the demographics of my hometown. It's embarrassing.
Yeah.
It's really bad.
Same.
It's really bad. It's very much I wouldn't call it like a get out kind of town, but
It
pretty,
seems like.
pretty close.
I mean, we did pass a Trump rally whenever we
That
were
was
there.
just
Oh my
a
God, I remember
coincidence,
that.
dude. They
Yeah.
don't.
They usually have them earlier in the day.
Those
They're
people get
usually
up
held
early?
after dark in the field.
Oh, that. Oh, I have such a good movie recommendation for you guys. Although it's more of a serious one. It's called The Green Book.
I heard it.
Foot-
That's Marshala Ali.
Oh, I don't know the.
He's
actor.
it's two dudes. It's like
It's
there's
like
like a
a-
bodyguard and a guy. He's like a performer or something like that.
He's
and
a
they go like
piano-
across country.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's a black performer in like the 50s.
Mahershala.
It's Mahershala, I believe.
Whatever it is, there's like a couple twists in movies that are amazing. It's one of probably like the best, really good movies like I've ever seen. I've rewatched it a few times. It's just a good it's good life lesson type of thing.
As I heard, it was pretty good. There's that one was I think that was like Oscar bait one year.
Yeah, it was.
The one that won it won a ton of Oscars this year was Judas and the Black Messiah. That was what I was telling you guys about earlier. It's on HBO. It is so fucking good, and also like a really good story that I had never
Is it
even
a
heard.
real story?
Yeah,
Or? Okay.
yeah, real dudes. It was like after MLK assassination, after Malcolm X assassination. This dude I think they're in Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago.
They're in Chicago.
At least Illinois. That's
He was
what I
like the
mean.
head of the Black Panther Party in Chicago,
Oh, okay.
and then there was basically someone trying to undermine the entire thing. So it's an incredible story that I had never heard, and I didn't actually. I mean, I did a little bit of research on the back, but I wasn't sure how truly factual it is because it reads like the biblical story.
Oh.
It's basically like the story of Judas.
Yeah.
Like it's really weird how close and accurate it is if that's how accurate it was, but really good movie.
Give a man a kiss, you get some silver coins. Easy doing, you know. I'm not religious. That's like one of the main stories I was told as a kid to know in terms of references. Did you ever have parents I never went to church where your parents you should
Sinner.
at least, exactly. I'll burst into flames. I'll walk in one where
too.
your parents go you're gonna miss references if you don't read the Bible at least once, just as a a commentary thing.
Dude, I've never read the Bible.
I've never read it, but my dad was my dad grew up religious, and he said you're gonna miss so many references. Just read through it. I have a study Bible up that he recommended me. He's just read through it once so we understand, because but actually it's referenced everywhere because the stories are so universal.
You should not read from the Bible just because it's very blandly written.
It's just also
and it's
hard to
such a
read. It's so hard to read.
Well, that's right. I got
Right.
the annotated study Bible.
yeah.
Biblical
because it
narratives.
also but it talks about geographical regions, the history of some of the cultures.
Yeah.
I mean, it's more he said, just from a purely factual stand of view. It's not the best thing, but the what am I talking the surrounding what's come
the
from it.
mythos.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What's come from it is influential.
Also, it's a lot of those stories, a lot of story tropes that you've always heard
exactly.
come from there, heroes, tragedy type stuff. It's a lot of it's rooted there.
Yeah, and it's not the only one I want to read. I want to read some other religious works. Sorry, you were saying? Great.
He was trying.
I just didn't want to jump in. I was just gonna make the pithy comment that the Bible is the Jersey Shore of books.
I think so. Oh, ooh.
I think it might be.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like
that-
that.
A nice cultural influence.
Yeah, that little pause before I said that didn't really
No,
make
I
it ring
like
true.
it. No, I
But
do
Yeah.
like it.
the cultural influence there.
I think that sort of makes like Jesus sort of like the situation of characters,
Wow.
right?
That's wild.
I think they had similar abs.
I think
Is-
Mary
from,
Magdalene.
from every statue I've ever seen of Jesus, they have very similar body types.
Amen.
How could he have had
Hallelujah.
abs? He was poor. How could he have had abs?
Well,
If
poor
you don't get
people
that
have
much
abs.
food,
Yeah, body fat.
the
percentage
abs
low.
show up.
I don't
Yeah,
think
Jesus, I wish
I don't think that's abs, man.
I like to think that whatever this is how sacrilegious. I don't care. That like there is like this image. Let's say Jesus is a real person, right? And like goes through all this and everything like that, and he just keeps getting like increasingly more shredded and excellent every single time someone recreates him. Like he was just sort of like probably like a schlubby dude in Bethlehem, and now he's just like they just keep going and going and going, and he's
Yeah.
just like, well, actually no, Jesus had a 10-pack. There aren't even that many abs.
That's
Those second ones, those are prayer abs. Those are prayer muscles. He spent so much time
All
on
the
his knees.
crunches.
Yeah, the
That's what I think. I mean, Jesus wasn't white. Jesus was like Middle Eastern.
I would
So-
hope so. He's from the Middle
Yeah.
East.
So that's why every time I see Jesus in white, I'm like, you're white facing
Yeah.
Jesus. Like, what is
Yeah.
going on? It's the same thing. I love that reference. Like the Jesus being, you say the situation. Snooki's the
that was
Virgin-
not.
Virgin
That
Mary.
was.
That was me.
That was your
Oh, that was you?
colleague.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got to be the situation.
Yeah. think
I
so.
couldn't.
mean,
I
he
couldn't
caused
dare
one.
equate him to Snooki.
No.
He doesn't-
Virgin Mary is Snooki.
He does not have the sort of courage and devotion that Snooki has.
Oh boy.
Um,
We're entering a territory here.
The I was thinking of, so I was like raised Catholic, and I did like all the stupid Catholic stuff forever. I didn't get confirmed though. I like dropped out right before I was supposed to get confirmed because I'm an idiot and I should have just taken the $600 and gotten confirmed. But I had a friend that was like, he's actually, and he's not like that close of a friend anymore. I mean, he's all right. He's not. I don't have any issue with him. I just haven't talked to him since high school, and he is, when I think of the Big Bang Theory, he's the remind me to finish this story. Sorry, we have a development in the show. Emmanuel's suit is so tight. If he sneezes, he's gonna blow the back out of that shit.
She is looking.
Both of
very-
them are looking
both of
fucking
them are
good,
looking
bro.
cute. I'm just saying.
I
They
didn't-
look
I mean, I
much-
wasn't
Much happier than Rachel did in that same seat minutes ago.
good. Maybe they do 2 bachelors. Wait,
Whoa, whoa.
I was right. I fucking called it. I called
But
it
they
as
both
it was
said
happening.
it.
They said, we are the new bachelorettes. I called it as it happened. I literally said
They
that.
both are.
Season 18.
Wow. For context,
Wait,
for everybody
wait.
listening.
It only did Michelle though. Is she the backup? I guess.
No, I think they're going to do 2. They might be filming 2 seasons at the same time just to have like a back order or something like that.
Oh.
Well, I guess we'll find out.
Wow.
What? This is a live reaction. This is what you come here for, folks.
I love this. This is amazing.
Wow.
Season set.
Oh, they did the next
So-
2 seasons.
That's right.
So she'll
That's right.
go first, then Michelle.
Wow. I wonder if that. Sorry to be the cynic here. I wonder if that decision was made after
Might be.
these comments.
Might have been.
You know, Katie was lined up for next season, and then this whole thing happened.
I think the way that this show works, I think, is that they are either very close to being done with filming, or they are actually done with filming Katie's season right now.
Wow.
And so the season 18, they probably announced her now because it's easier, get it out of the way. Also, good PR because Katie is pretty white. I just had to double check.
I'm like, what were you about to say?
No, I just want to double check and make sure. Yeah, no, she's pretty white. So, and I think Michelle's good too. So
Michelle's
that's
awesome.
That's awesome. That's. I mean, ABC. You can say a lot of things. Their crisis management and their PR shit is pretty fucking good.
Fantastic.
Their
Yeah.
research into contestants not fabulous. They can be better. They
Yeah.
can be better. Point of improvement.
I
I
should
also-
hope so. I mean, they were founded by a white supremacist, so
ABC was
yeah, Walt Disney, man.
Walt Disney didn't found ABC. I don't think. I think he just bought ABC after.
Oh,
Regardless,
Also,
Disney is rich. Okay, so you were saying
he wasn't a
something-
white supremacist. He just hated Jews.
Yeah,
what's the
anti-Semite.
difference?
Come
it's
on.
it's also just nice to see that ABC is starting to learn how to value representation
It's
in every community.
the more and more, and like the one thing you can come at the sort of whatever outrage culture or whatever as much as you want to. It's working.
Yeah.
It happened with Big Brother. Big Brother is going to be different. You are going to see Big Brother be different from here on out. It has to be.
Yeah.
It has to be. People can't. People don't want to watch like the same.
It's
stupid
so
bullshit.
boring.
The fact that the shows are taking the time to devote to issues that are not very mainstream issues, ones that are often only present in sort of marginalized communities, means that they're going to make some sort of actual palpable commitment to it later. Like they have to be more than just the talk.
And that's important.
Agreed. The so that's all over. That's great.
Oklahoma news.
Oklahoma news.
Did you see that headline?
Cocoa Magic.
No, it said Black Girl Magic.
That's not like that's a common phrase.
Is it? What's it mean?
Black girl. You never heard Black Girl Magic?
I've never heard it.
never
I'm
heard
literally
that
from that
before
part.
either.
You need to spend more time on my Twitter.
Please.
I don't tweet about it, but a lot of my tweets.
Gray or Spencer? Do you know what it is?
No, I've never heard of that
I-
before.
It's
No.
just like Black
Why?
Girl Power.
Oh, okay.
It's just a phrase.
I thought it was like
Black
gonna
Girl
be a
Magic
magician.
was Davon and Bailey's
Oh,
thing.
was it?
That was
okay.
their partnership.
I thought
in
it was like
Big
gonna be
Brother.
like a Black Girl magician because it showed like a tiny girl, and I'm like, what?
But that's the youngest black girl magician I've ever seen.
Dude, that's why I'm like, what?
The,
Okay, wait. You were gonna say something.
I was before. I mean, that was incredible news. That was live reaction
It
news.
was Oklahoma.
That's what you come here for. But I was saying, there's a kid that I used to be like. I did a whole bunch of Catholic stuff growing up or whatever, but like I wasn't super devoutly religious. So I didn't
you
care
weren't the
about
altar
it.
boy.
I was not an altar boy. I wasn't.
Shocker.
Yeah, I wasn't cute enough.
Mm-mm.
The
Man, this one's off the rails.
No, these are good jokes. I think I just unplugged my mic. My friends, or me and all my friends, we were all like part of the same parish and stuff like that. Just like whatever, just sort of regionalized. There was a kid who like wasn't really Christian or anything like that, which is like kind of normal. Like that we didn't like not everyone was like that religious or anything. But he was always like fiercely atheist, like overtly, like in your face just for the sole purpose of getting in a fucking argument. And like
Yeah.
I was like the wrong person to try and get in an argument with because like I'm not going to defend my faith or lack thereof. But when we were talking about Big Bang Theory people, he's one of those.
Okay.
Where he's like I watch Big Bang Theory every night. I walk around the hallway saying bazinga, like
Oh.
like a like a real cool dude.
A real cool
Yeah, like
guy.
like a regular football player, you know the type. But he was like, he came at me one day or whatever for like whatever being religious or whatever or something stupid, and like I was like, okay, I'm not having any of this, and I was like, just like fucking read the book, dude. Like I don't know, like don't ask me the questions because I don't know the answers. He read through the entire Bible. He got ordained in college. He's
Wow.
fiercely religious now. Like to a point where like I really wish he hadn't swung as far as he did because now he's annoying.
So,
a different type of annoying.
Bazinga.
Bazinga.
so do you think you're the Jersey Shore of his life?
Oh my God, I might be. I might be the situation / oh my God, I might be the Jesus of his life.
You're his savior.
We can say
I showed him to faith. I brought him to the light.
a direct line from Jesus Christ to Snooki to you.
I mean, if
Bazinga.
this kid had never met me, I'm sure his life would be totally different.
Yeah, it might be a little better.
Wow.
No, I mean he might be like on hard times. He might
Right.
be on the street somewhere.
You're right. You know what's better than hard times is living a sexless life in the Catholic Church.
Me thinks he wasn't having that much before.
Yeah, sounded like
I
it.
don't really think it was much of a lifestyle change, but
I could never imagine being a priest. I was watching a show about like priests and their life. It looks not that fun. Doesn't look the best. But no, on the strictly like actually like strict religious like Orthodox like not the people who are like, yeah, that's right, I sing and dance in church. And
well, no,
stuff.
like because the priest thing is always different. So like whatever Catholic like priests can't get married.
Mm-mm.
They can't have sex. They can't do anything really. There's like a second person to a priest. It's like a deacon or whatever.
Sounds
the
right,
deacon
yeah.
is like the second in command at my church. It was just sort of like when the priest was out sick or had, like pulled a hammy
All right,
or
I'm the
something
sub-
like that.
I'm the
yeah,
sub
yeah.
priest.
Yeah. When the priest had turf toe, that's when the deacon came in.
Tripped in the pews.
Exactly. And the deacon was allowed to have a wife.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, why would you ever be a priest? Just be a deacon. You get like almost all the same thing. It's like being like a backup quarterback. It's like you get paid almost as much. You hardly ever have to play or do anything, and your hot ass wife gets to sit in the front row every week.
You're right. She's going to heaven.
This
This
God's
dude's wife was hot.
Christianity.
Like I would have dropped out of the ministry in a
Religious
heartbeat.
women sometimes tend to be hot, especially in the South. Like the crazier ones, yeah.
I'm not.
I have the first-hand experience. I live there.
You two with your crazies. Jesus Christ.
That's not even me. That's just standard people in the South.
I think people in the South are hotter.
I mean, yeah.
I
They
remember,
have to be.
I remember the one Southern girl you were distinctly involved with.
I don't. One. What? I'm from the South.
You can say a name. I'll fucking bleep it. It takes
Yeah.
me 2
Oh,
seconds.
I don't know her name.
Okay, so this is an awesome story.
So-
I love that
the-
this was.
the-
Speaking of women,
the one with the Drew Brees thing.
Oh, no, that
Oh.
was fucking hilarious.
that was
Yeah.
awful.
I will get
I remember that
that.
night.
Gray, we'll talk about.
Yeah, let's talk.
Speaking
Jimmy, do we
of-
talk about it now, though?
No,
She
we
doesn't
don't.
listen.
I did.
God.
No, I'm all right.
That's a great story.
Gray.
Speaking of people from the South, do we think that either of the next Bachelorettes are going to have any contestants from the South?
Probably
You mean
s-
like
Just to tie us. Just
no? I like honestly. I think you have a nose for this whole podcasting thing.
What are you saying about the South?
I'm just saying that America is a diverse country, and The Bachelor.
I'm sure
Clearly.
there'll be some. Do you think
Yeah.
that they would do something where they try and get people from like almost like a Southern hick type dude? Maybe not even like a hick type, but just try and get like a Southern dude in there just to like really see
Yeah.
if they
Also-
hit it off.
Yeah, I mean, also it's a network show. Like you broadcast across the country, so ideally you need a candidate from everywhere
Yeah.
to make yourself appeal.
I did hear that Tuscaloosa, Alabama is one of the main markets for The Bachelor. They can't get enough.
They can.
Roll
They
Tide.
They cannot get enough. They're like, this show would only be better if it was my sister. up
Well, it's better because they're all pure-blooded, so it makes it easier to be on the show because you're way more. You're better.
Yeah. It's a nice. We not finishing that joke. But no, I mean, I think so. I think it would make sense. I would be really interested to see. So, right. So they just filmed 2 Bachelorettes
Yep.
back to back.
Mm-hmm.
How long do they sit? Do they sit on that other Bachelorette season? Or maybe they haven't filmed that one yet. It would make sense if they haven't even filmed it yet because they still have to film a Bachelor between the Bachelorette and the Bachelor.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain they're gonna wait until like after the lockdown stuff.
That makes total sense. That
Because-
makes 100% sense.
Yeah, exactly. So I think it's 1-1 right now.
I have a question.
Yes.
So
Yeah, babe.
Chris Harrison just said he wouldn't be in The Bachelorette
Next
a week
season.
ago, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
But if they've already filmed next season, according to your hypothesis, how does that work?
I mean, they'd still show
Do
him.
they hold Katie's season, or they hold?
Did you see what they did for the recap episode? For the recap episode, they literally said this was pre-filmed. They
No.
put a disclaimer
The
underneath.
No.
recap episode was filmed many weeks
No,
ago.
but I'm saying it had Chris Harrison, and they said disclaimer underneath like this was pre-filmed.
No.
But the news came out. I know what you're saying.
No. So what?
Are you
Crazy
saying that
hypothesis.
Chris Harrison has already shot the other season?
No, I'm saying they announced both Bachelorettes because they've already shot a Chris Harrison season, and they need to shoot a non-Chris Harrison season. So who was it? Katie was the next one.
So they can.
So they're gonna
Ah.
shoot
that
Katie with
after.
this
See
new
what you're
dude, and then Acho, right? Emmanuel Acho.
Yeah. Oh no, actually, Tasha. Tasha's hosting next season.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
so they're gonna shoot Tasha with Katie, and then they already have Chris Harrison and Michelle on file somewhere, and they're gonna release it in a year
Yeah.
That's a
after this
distinct
is all over.
possibility.
That makes sense.
I
I
think
bet you Chris Harrison comes back.
No, he for sure does. The news
Yeah.
the news was it was all written in a very open-ended way for that reason. The actual press release was written in a way just to be like,
Yeah.
oh hey, Chris Harrison's not returning next season. He's working on himself.
Yeah.
And he'll be
Wow.
back.
That's exactly what they did.
He'll be back with better opinions in about
Yeah,
a
it's
year
like
and a
when
half.
yeah, it's like when you move priests around in the neighborhood. You're like, yeah, they're gonna get better in a
Just
year.
do the old Catholic shuffle.
Yeah, the old spotlight stuff. Yeah. Are we gonna have a spotlight about Chris Harrison and his,
God, no.
yeah.
Are you accusing
Not
Chris Harrison?
no
of being-
no. I didn't. I meant of like helping out people who are racist. So
Oh no, that's just my hypothesis.
No, I think that's a good.
I think honestly it's true. I think that
probably
would be
makes sense.
Yeah, I think that honestly that's what
a
they're gonna do.
distinct
Yeah.
possibility.
Timeline wise, I think that makes
Because
sense.
then after a year, he comes back. They air that episode. He starts shooting the next
Yeah,
one.
because
People's memories are short.
what right now? So hypothetically, if we're all in the same cycle, they just wrapped up the next season of The Bachelorette, so they're going to film starting now in this world. They're going to start filming another Bachelor with another host. So they're going to say, okay, Chris Harrison took a year off, and he's had a come to Jesus moment. Sorry, come to Snooki moment. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah.
I think it's a
Yeah,
come
that's
to
what we're
Anthony
going for.
moment somehow.
Yeah, somehow there was
wait,
a
no,
line.
Somehow I've become the Jesus of this podcast.
Wow,
Yes.
that's
Oh, God.
you're welcome.
I'm a Jew, so I don't need to listen to you.
Yeah, so that's what they're going to do.
Where's the garlic?
I'm not a vampire. I tan
Synonymous.
better than you.
Oh.
Not touching that one.
No, I'm not touching that. Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh, I think you mean Anthony fucking Christ. Well, Anthony fucking Anthony.
Let's stop. Stop. No. All right. I don't know if I have any more anecdotes.
We've
Say-
entered the territory. There's no way to
Oh.
go back.
Okay, so one more thing.
Yeah.
Earlier we were talking about the work Chris Harrison's had done. I just want to go a quick round robin on how much and potentially what we think that Chris Harrison's had done.
Ooh,
Because
I
he's
like
49
this.
years old,
Absolutely.
and he looks
Is this a snake draft?
a snake draft.
So how it'll be is like obviously he's had a lot of work done. So if someone has the first overall pick, they can pick like the most obvious one, which I'm not going to say, right? And then they'll go to the next person, then it'll go to the last person, and then the last person will go like this again. So you know
What's
what I
the
mean?
most obvious
I
one?
can do that. So we're just gonna name off.
We're just gonna
procedures?
name off procedures that Chris Harrison has had, like
Yeah,
like
alright.
normal, just listing. We can list off. I don't know how much cosmetic procedures cost. I haven't done a tremendous amount of research except for one.
Yeah. Same.
$1,500 per side.
I think
per
it's
side?
Yeah.
No, it's more.
Is it?
It's
Yeah.
like follicle. It's based
My
on
barber said
follicle.
Yeah,
15.
it's based on the amount of grafts you get. Grafts being like could be anywhere from 1 to like 5 hairs in a single graft.
Oh,
Somewhere.
I was talking.
I want my hairline down to my eyebrows.
The
I
problem-
honestly, I want my hairline down to my eyebrows, so then I can shave it where I don't want it.
Oh yes, my
problem
friend.
is if it recedes back behind it.
Fucking, I don't care. I'll only see people from the front.
Yeah,
I
you'll
o-
just have
I
hair
only need
here
hair
and
for my
here.
20s. 30s, I can just go bald. I can grow a beard.
Oh, my friend Anthony. Oh no, he just really likes gorillas. Yeah, that's where he got that look.
All right,
Yep.
so we're gonna start with Gray with the Chris Harrison.
Start with
one.
me.
Yeah, I think it goes to Gray. So it'll go Gray, and then me, and then you, and then you, and then you can go again, and then it'll come
Okay.
back. And I think he's had probably at least 8. But
Yeah.
all right, go ahead.
I'm gonna take the easy one. I'm gonna go hair.
I think
Are
I'm
we
gonna go
naming
hair.
body parts or actual procedures? So you can say
You-
hair transplant.
There are no rules here.
I don't. I think we just go ahead.
Okay.
We're just having
Okay.
fun.
We
just
were just
loose.
just shooting the breeze.
Okay.
Here we are.
Fine, go twice.
Botox. I thought
Mm.
Botox would have been the first one. I think Botox would have been number one on that list.
That's
but
smooth skin.
it is smooth. It's very tight. He has very tight
Alright.
skin.
Tight.
Does.
Tight.
Tight.
I was gonna go with goiter. Is that Botox?
What is goiters? Can you explain
Like
it to me?
the
Ooh, when
like
you get rid of, when you
the
get rid of the
No, that's-
chicken neck.
That's skin. That's like skin removal. So I think that counts. I don't think that's Botox.
He does have a very tight jawline. It's very cosmetic.
yes.
He does.
Got it like pinned up there, you know.
Oh, for sure, laser hair removal at some point of his body.
You think he's
Mm.
slippery smooth from the neck down?
Wow.
From the neck down, but I definitely think he's got a few follicles removed from his body. yeah.
Interesting. I think you have the next pick, Andrew.
I do. Is face like the one where like news anchors always got like their face pulled back? Is that Botox?
I would say that he might have, but can you think of another one that he might have had?
I can. Hold on, let's see.
That was just like from Family Guy
what
in that
I-
one
I
episode.
thought like I would think.
Yep, no, that was it Kent Brockman in The Simpsons?
Yeah.
He pulled his neck skin
Yeah,
back
with-
and
with a
clipped it.
clothespin.
He put it with a clothespin.
That was in the movie.
That's
with the
the
dome.
first thing I think of when I think of anything like that.
Oh, there's one on your. The no sweat one. I don't think he sweats.
You think he doesn't sweat?
I
Is
don't
that
think
because
he sweats.
Is that because he's a ghost?
A little bit, but you can
Because
get
he's a demon.
you can get your sweat glands like burned off,
Microwaved off.
or you can get it electrolyzed.
That sounds really unhealthy.
It's how like people say a myth of Bruce Lee. He didn't like how sweat looked in the movies from his underarms, so he had it like on his underarms, but a little bit more, and that's why they theorized like he overheated and like had some like medical complication with that, is why he died. So I think Chris Harrison could be Bruce Lee and get electrolyzed armpits.
Wow.
He doesn't sweat.
What
Spencer.
a hypothesis.
I was just gonna go schnoz. Jeez.
You think he had a nose job? He might have had a nose job.
Yeah,
I'll
I
look
mean,
up. I'll look up some before
he
and
has
after
a very-
pictures.
he has- What?
I'll see if I can find some before and after pictures.
He has a very pointy schnoz. Or it's not a schnoz
Hooked.
because
Is it hooked?
It's
Not
he's got a
not
pretty.
terribly hooked.
It's not like hooked, like
It's-
hooked. It's like
it's a sharp point.
yeah, it's a sharp,
It's an
distinguished,
elf.
distinct. Is that the word I'm looking
Distinct.
for?
It's very distinct nose. Sort of like a Cleopatra-esque nose. He looks a bit bird-esque in this photo that I'm looking at.
Oh my god.
But this photo
that's a
that I have of
horrible
here of
photo.
him, I wouldn't have noticed this because this is the first time I've ever seen him partially shirtless. He's got weird ass nipples. I think he had a boob job. I'm going Chris Harrison boob job.
Wow.
Look at his nipples. That is a strange. It's looking me in the eyes.
Looks like a
Yeah.
fucking roasted pepperoni.
Yep, something
All right,
like that.
Nipple job. Back to you, Gray.
I don't
You
know.
got-
Is there anything else left?
Oh, Gray, look at his. Look at him.
Oh, what a
What
nice
else? There's-
man.
Ooh.
What?
I'm just gonna go out of turn, but
Teeth?
He has veneers.
I was about to say teeth.
Look
would
at
be the
those.
next
Yes.
Look,
one.
those are veneers.
Yeah.
Those are-
That Biden smile.
Yeah. No,
Wow.
actually, those are veneers. Those might be dentures. He might pop those suckers out at night and have a good time.
Oh, he's definitely. Look at his hair. Like that's totally
Oh,
different
no,
than even what we saw
100%.
today. Oh
You
yeah.
can even see, like, I can see
Oh yeah.
the.
All right, since we've gone around once with 8, I'm also gonna say one. It's
It's wild cards.
the.
Now just fire off whatever you got, guys.
I was gonna say, you ever hear of the people who get like they don't like that they're either attached or closed or whatever the other one is on your ears
Attached
Yeah.
earlobes, so
or
not-
free lips? I think like some people I know, he could have gotten that done. Maybe
Might
they
have.
like.
I think once you get enough work done, you just turn into one of those dudes that's like the human Ken doll type things.
Yeah, the body modification
Yeah,
people.
where you're just like, I'm gonna get calf implants because that's what people care about. It's like you can just like actually, I'll be honest, calves suck to like they're hard to grow.
I would never get implants in my
I
calves.
mean, they're just like I'm not that insecure about my calves, but I think after I solve all my other insecurities, I might get there.
You'll never get there. You have so many more.
Oh no, what I'm
insecurities.
saying is like my calves are on that list. They're just buried underneath all the other stuff. It's like once I deal with like all my like childhood upbringing trauma and like all the
How much time
insecurities.
do you have to fix these?
The answer is I don't have that much money. If I had unlimited resources, dude, you'd be talking to a plastic man.
Probably want to stay
Here-
in auditing.
Half Botex.
Yeah, where there's no money. I fucking hate my job. But no, that's
Go with another one. Dick pump. Yeah.
Oh, you know what? So there's a surgery. I wasn't looking this up for really any reason. Like at all. Not even a little bit.
I think I've heard of this one.
It's just a surgery that you just get it just like they put something in your dick. They put like solution or something in it,
Okay.
or like some sort of whatever in it.
Yeah, and they put a button on your taint.
A
No,
button.
Pump
No,
up your
but it
dick.
just I think that's the one. I think that's the
Yeah.
one. Honestly,
A
no.
button?
A button.
it's like a button because you no longer they just like they.
It's when you have
they
like
just-
severe erectile dysfunction.
Oh,
Oh
okay.
no! This one's just cosmetic or whatever,
Oh.
and it just looks like a swollen balloon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you pump up your dick. There's a button.
Yeah,
on
it
your
looks like a
taint.
slightly underinflated like balloon animal.
Don't they have like
And no, but it's
dick
just
pumps?
it's massive, soft. Because it doesn't change anything.
Have you
So it's
touched
just
one?
yeah, I have actually for research purposes. I have. It's just this like swollen thing, or so I've heard. I don't know if I've actually ever seen a photo. I think I just heard someone else explain it on a podcast. But I mean, maybe he got that.
Yeah.
I haven't
maybe
seen an
butt
impression
implants?
on any.
He's got a
Yeah. He have a menage ass.
I bet you anything he probably got like liposuction.
cyborg
Oh,
dick.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah, like I mean, once you're like 49 or whatever, you probably get liposuction.
If you're in TV, you don't have fat in your body.
No, you're not allowed to.
No, you're not. Absolutely not. Not when you're
Just-
host of The
Just
Bachelor.
smack the cupcakes out of your hand.
Exactly.
Or you just get really nice fitting suits.
I guess I just think that I don't know if society is ready or the world is really ready to see a fat Chris Harrison on my TV.
Maybe his suit is stitched
Wait,
onto
give
his
it a
skin.
year.
That's how it fits so well.
After he comes back on, it's like Ron Burgundy after he's off the air for a little bit.
You know, Chris Harrison's like eating mac and cheese, drinking Crown Royal.
Oh,
right
just
now.
crying himself to sleep
Oh,
every
absolutely.
night. Yeah.
Like he lost the best
Yeah.
gig in network television
The e-
because he was
the world's
racist.
easiest job. He lost the world's easiest job.
Said how many ballpark, how many sentences do you think Chris Harrison spoke on average per episode for $600,000 an episode? How many sentences?
Like 7.
No, maybe more. Because
Uh,
he would speak at the rose ceremony every night.
75.
75 sentences a night.
75 sentences.
A night.
I just finished one,
So-
and it's 3 seconds, and that was 5 sentences that I just said.
But in a traditional episode,
Are you thinking more or less?
I think less.
No.
The point is
absolutely not.
he's not on the camera.
He's
very
not on
much.
camera very often at all.
No, but when he is, he's saying like even if you count up like 10 sentences. Okay, I guess it should be this because like tonight he definitely said a lot to like Matt. Are you saying like a standard boilerplate?
I'm saying
Then
like
maybe 50. I'd say
50.
I'd still say 50.
I still
Seems
think you're
like a lot
highballing it.
of- I can't even think of like. Does Matt say that many sentences in a show?
He says like
Yeah.
"Welcome to the rose ceremony," and then he reads off everyone's name, and that's it.
Why is sentences such a weird way to calculate this in my head?
Sorry. Words.
No.
Because
Word
it's
count?
hard because
To
sentences are so varied.
tabulate this in my head, it feels like
all right.
it
Why
could
don't
be
why
like
don't we do screen time?
screen
It's
time
like
wise
4 minutes of screen time.
maybe.
Maybe.
And it's not like Chris Harrison's screen time. It's like Chris Harrison is also on screen with someone else who is the subject of the show.
Yeah. I guess that's just
He doesn't do that much talking. And listen, tell you what, ABC, I'll do it for half of what you paid Chris Harrison, right?
Wow.
I'll do it for a
an
quarter.
unpaid internship as the host.
I'll do it. Honestly, can I put it as marketing experience on my resume? Because I fucking need it.
Still not enough.
No,
You
it
have
really
2 years
isn't.
at least.
Yep. It's
Oh.
like 2+ years of marketing experience. I was actually the unpaid intern host.
I think you might have seen me with a couple
of
of
the,
the million
of
people.
the Bachelor on ABC. That's why I have beautiful hair plugs and,
Can
and new veneers.
One of the most insane thing to me is the fact like he's gonna be gone a year, and like even you were saying, but I know like you're probably not as serious. Is whenever people are like, yeah, he's gonna be gone for, he's gonna lose like so much money. It's like he's already made so much money. Like people
So
think like
much money.
he leaves television, and all of a sudden he just goes to, like this.
He's still gonna
crack
be a
life.
producer.
He's
on the
also
show.
an executive. The executive
no,
producer
yeah.
makes money no matter what.
Not even that. I mean, like if he was totally cut off from everything for like a year, even if he didn't come back, he's still worth. I don't know. I'd
Yeah.
still say more than 16 million.
Oh no, I think he'll be just fine. I have some friends who are still living off unemployment.
Yeah.
And have not got their stimulus check yet, and they're doing just fine.
Yeah, I think
They
he'll
have
be okay.
they have almost as much money as I do. It's
Yeah.
really a shame.
It just got extended.
What do you say?
I just got extended.
I know.
And I'm gonna get my unemployment tax break from when I was unemployed.
Hell yeah.
$10,200. No, I don't. No. That's a tax break. I don't get that.
Oh,
back.
For all the money you made, well,
Doing
you were
nothing.
unemployed,
Yes.
so you get.
So you get a bigger refund. Don't
know.
Dude, do I look
Math.
like I'm the
I'm s-
government?
I'm starting to think that being employed is the wrong decision here.
I
It
was-
was for a while.
was
For about
saying-
7 months.
I
you
was
shouldn't have
saying
been.
it the whole time.
I know.
Yeah.
I was sitting there. My sister works at used to work at a snack bar part time, a hockey snack bar, like 10 hours a week.
You can claim unemployment.
She claimed unemployment, everything. She did. I don't. She claimed unemployment because she was allowed to. Like she was laid off from the snack bar or whatever because hockey rinks were closed. She was making over $1,000 a week. She was making more money than I was. She
Wow.
paid for her first semester of college, which was like $20,000 out of pocket.
Wow.
It was amazing. It was great. Great
I
time.
had to work for my money. I mean,
Yeah.
kinda. I was like tanning on the roof over the summer. Like I wasn't like,
Nude being caught. Yeah.
one time.
I know. That's the only time I remember you talking
Really?
about it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Right.
I was tanning. I was
Wow.
tanning on my roof.
That's why you didn't burn on that rafting trip.
Yeah, because I was nice and golden brown all over.
Yeah, he had to test out his dick pump. It likes the open air after surgery.
The
Oof, Magoof.
I went and it was just whatever. I mean, I was on the top floor. I'm on the roof, 5th floor, and like there aren't that many taller ones around me.
What do you mean? There's like 4 of them.
Taller around me? No, I have one of the taller roofs in the neighborhood.
Remember we had to talk. We
He has such a tall roof.
talked to those people on the 4th of July for like an hour, and it was stupid.
They're taller. They were over there, but they didn't see my penis. The
Not many people do.
the next door. So I was. I mean, they weren't nearly
a small
close enough.
tomato was in the way.
Yeah, exactly. There was a butterfly that landed gently on my thigh, and no one saw anything. No, there was a dude. There's an apartment, like a roof deck right next to my roof, and I was up there reading a book, and I had the book. I forget above or below. I don't remember where I was all positioned, but I was trying.
Would you put it below?
I was trying to. was trying to get sun angles.
Well,
so
you think you'd put it above so you can rest
I
it on
was
something.
I was so obsessed with tanning unsuccessfully this summer that I would spend hours up there, hardly get any color. I looked just as pale and sickly as usual, and I would like adjust myself into the sun. So like as the sun went, I became
Like a sunflower.
I became a human sundial. It's just a naked human sundial. And this dude up on the other roof was up there one day. I wasn't really paying attention. I had like my sunglasses on. I was reading a book. I had my headphones in. I thought I heard a door shut. I wasn't like butt naked. I just had like a very little going on down here.
Yeah.
I was like, as is usually the case. And I went and I thought I heard a door shut, so I like kind of like sat up a little bit, but I didn't see anyone come around the corner, and I was just sitting there again. And then I saw someone come out of the corner of my eye, and he looked at me like square. And I'm like, I looked out from behind my shit, and I think I maybe like nodded like instinctually, just like, oh hey, what's up, bro? And then I realized like, oh god, my scrotum's out, and I slithered out of my seat like onto the deck, like getting splinters on my spine, and then I like crawled back up because I had like all of my shit still on this table. So if he's watching just a hand reach up and slowly grab my book and my tanning oil or water bottle, and then army crawl down the stairs. It was one of the most embarrassing things I've ever seen, and I don't honestly know if I've been to the roof deck since.
You didn't bring some backup jorts with you or something?
I was wearing like a small bathing suit thing, but I just had I was exposed outside of it.
It's just funny to me thinking.
But
about
I also wasn't
you.
exposed. Like I wasn't. That isn't like public
Did
nudity.
you walk
I was.
4 flights downstairs nude?
I told you I was wearing a bathing suit.
Oh, okay. I just imagine you naked and being like just strutting down like you're like, hi neighbors.
Yeah, you think I'm that comfortable after me and this one dude locked eyes for a half a second, and I just like threw myself onto the ground? That
Hi, neighbor.
I
Have against it.
I jaunt down the stairs. I saunter back to my apartment, just swinging in the breeze.
Power move.
But
Oh man, this has been a great episode, guys.
it's actually been all right.
This has been wild.
This is a pretty good one.
This has been wild.
This has been a pretty funny one.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and call it what it is. I think it's been pretty funny.
Yeah, I have enjoyed this.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I don't know. Is there anything else? I think so. We don't really know what we're doing next show wise. I mean, I'm sure I'll put it up on social media or whatever we end up doing, and I'm sure I'll just keep live tweeting like the challenge is still going on, and I watch the challenge. We don't like podcast about it. It's hard to podcast about, and they're very close to being over. So like maybe we'll do it another season, but like right now it just doesn't make sense time wise.
Yeah.
So I'll be active on that shit. The Bachelorette will come back at some point, probably soonish.
Yeah.
Probably.
We'll probably do it.
Maybe not. Maybe we will. Maybe we won't.
Hopefully, Survivor, Big Brother comes back.
Survivor comes back at some point. Big Brother will come back in the
2 Out to Handle. We'll do a special
summer.
of those.
Yeah, we can do that. We can do the shows that release, like the reality shows that come out. 2 Out to Handle, Love Is Blind, stuff like that. Those are good shows to watch too. So we can figure something out. We could do even like a Love Island one. Love Island's wicked fun. We
Yeah,
could do
so
Love
that
Island.
was 4 hours. That was 4 days a week, right?
It's a lot, but you could do like summary episodes. We'll figure something
Fair
out.
enough,
But
yeah.
we'll find something else to do. We might work to kickstart the other podcast again too.
Yeah.
The one that's sort of fallen off a little bit. We have a couple of episodes in reserve, including one with our very own Gray
I
Milkowski.
thought we released it on YouTube already.
No, I haven't published it yet.
Very nice. Okay, never mind.
Nope, we haven't put it anywhere. It's nowhere. It's still
in my
sitting
heart.
in the vault. So
It's our old setup.
yeah, it's the old setup. It's outside.
That was wild. Those were like the before times.
That wasn't even. The
That
weird
was-
thing about outside is I thought it was gonna sound a lot worse and be harder to do.
Yeah, it
They sounds good. Like
Yeah,
the,
this
I mean,
before we had
acoustics
all
are
this equipment.
weird. But what do you say?
This was before we had like this equipment. We just had the mics and I think USB.
No, we might have had the old interface.
Yeah, we still have that
we might
one.
have had the
I
old
have that one
interface.
just in case.
But yeah. So we'll figure something out. But as always, I mean, what is this? This is three in the bag.
There's just 3 in the bag.
Holy
fully.
moly! This is 3 full seasons. In the
God
bag.
Wow.
damn.
Congratulations, you two.
Thank
This
you.
has been
Thank you.
quite the achievement.
Half a year almost.
Yeah.
More.
Yeah, because we started Big Brother
Almost
earlier.
like 9 months ago. Yeah, I think we started in July, so it's about 9 months ago.
We
Congratulations.
started in July.
Yeah,
Holy.
we started in like late July. That was when we started Big Brother because it started late.
Wow,
we
okay.
would have started earlier.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't know how long this was gonna last for you two, but honestly, I'm pretty proud. You guys should be pretty proud of yourselves. It's been
Thanks,
great.
fella.
Thank you.
Thanks, fella.
Yeah, it's been nice.
But I mean, this season, I mean, we did bring on Spencer too. I mean, Spencer was
Hey.
Sorry about that. Yeah.
Spencer was
Good
a shining light on this season.
Oh, it's okay.
yeah,
I
I feel more like a drag.
hey, I brought a lot to this show.
Absolutely.
You did.
Like not understanding things sometimes
You
and
got
yelling
done right,
about
and
stuff.
you were a very willing and capable punching bag for Anthony when he was frustrated at work and wanted to take it out on somebody.
I got
For-
you a couple times.
You know how the bullies at school are the ones who like the bullies at school are the ones who are usually like
Get bullied at home.
have a really difficult time at home and they go and take it off on the smallest kids there. Like I have a horrible time at work. I'm bullied all day long and then I come here and I'm like fucking Spencer.
Doesn't help. It's a Monday.
I'm like
Yeah.
stuffing Spencer in a locker.
Yeah, I'm fine over here, man. I don't give a fuck about.
No, you've been a good sport. You've been a good sport. But yeah, I don't know. I think this is pretty much it for us for this season.
God, thank God it's over.
Yeah, I know. We'll figure things out. We'll reassess. But I don't think we're really going anywhere. Like I do really enjoy doing this.
I like
Yeah.
doing the podcast, but that show, my God.
Yeah, the content wise, that wasn't fabulous this season, but I think a lot of people could admit that. But all right, well, I mean, thank you very much, Gray.
It was such a pleasure to be here.
Thank you for
as
having- Thank us for having you.
Oh yeah,
no.
tha-
That
Oh
was
my
me
God.
saying. That's not what I meant. That's not.
Thank
no,
you.
I meant thank you for coming. And no,
Oh no, sorry.
I
Thank
meant-
you
I
for
meant-
having me.
no, Gray.
He came
stop. I
everywhere.
meant thank you for coming.
Hey.
That's-
Foot
What did I
untangled.
drop? I'm sorry. Now I'm all.
Who are you, me?
I'm all discombobulated.
Dude, we went the whole season with anything falling
Jesus
off the table.
Christ.
Yeah, you went the whole season with me
I didn't
on the
mean it
show,
like that.
and
I
nothing
didn't-
fell
I promise
off the
you,
table.
I didn't mean it like that.
No, I'm the show's #1 fan, and thank you for having me. And I hope things work out again, and I can come join again.
We'd love that. We'd
Yeah.
honestly love that.
My name is Andrew.
What's your name?
We're just trying to go home, dude. We're just trying to go home.
Oh,
It's late as fuck,
what time is
Spencer.
it?
I'm already home.
What's
I'm
your name?
Spencer.
All right. My name is Anthony.
My name is Gray.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode and this season of the Reality Wagon Bachelor podcast. I don't know. We'll probably talk to you guys later at some point. Bye.
Bye.